It started with a flicker on a satellite feed, an anomaly so subtle that, at first it was almost dismissed as a technical glitch. But as the data streamed in, analysts realized they were witnessing the beginning of something extraordinary. In the outskirts of Beijing, where endless fields once stretched to the horizon, something massive was taking shape. The transformation was rapid and relentless, farmland giving way to a sprawling expanse of concrete and steel. Commercial satellites orbiting silently above captured the emergence of a vast, heavily fortified complex. Security perimeters appeared overnight, and the scale of construction dwarfed anything seen in the region before. At first glance, it resembled another ambitious infrastructure project, perhaps a new city or industrial hub. But as the weeks passed, the sheer magnitude of the site set off alarms from Washington to London and beyond. This was no ordinary development. The telltale signs, hardened bunkers, restricted zones, and military-grade materials made it clear this was a military installation on an unprecedented scale. When intelligence analysts overlaid the footprint of the US Pentagon onto the satellite images, the results were staggering. The new Chinese complex could fit not one but 10 Pentagons within its boundaries, a scale that defied belief and demanded attention. The world's media erupted with speculation. What was China building out there, and why did it require such immense resources? Was this a new command center, a hub for advanced weaponry, or something even more ambitious? Open-source satellite imagery revealed a labyrinth of wide roads, sprawling administrative buildings, and deeply buried underground entrances, features designed for both resilience and secrecy. Each new image, each fresh detail added urgency and anxiety for military planners around the globe. The implications were clear. This was a project that could shift the balance of power. The so-called Beijing military city forced governments and analysts worldwide to reevaluate China's ambitions, strategies, and long-term goals. Unlike previous expansions, this was not a gradual buildup. It was a bold statement, etched in concrete and steel, of China's intent to play a dominant role on the world stage. The complex signaled a new era of command, centralization, and ambition, reaching far beyond the needs of regional defense. It hinted at a vision of global influence and military reach. From the shadows, a concrete giant has emerged, its presence impossible to ignore, its purpose a challenge to the established order. The world now watches, waiting to see what this awakening will mean for the future. To truly grasp the scale of what we're talking about, let's start with a familiar landmark: the Pentagon. This iconic building, the nerve center of the US Department of Defense, covers an astonishing 5 million square feet. That's about 29 acres of office space, corridors, and command rooms, all packed into a single 5-sided structure that's become a symbol of American military power. Now take that immense footprint and multiply it by 10. That's the scale of the Beijing military city, a facility so vast it almost defies belief. Imagine 10 Pentagons, not stacked, but spread out across a sprawling landscape, each one representing a piece of a much larger puzzle. But this isn't just a single building. The Beijing military city is a massive campus, meticulously designed to house the entire command structure of the People's Liberation Army. It's a city within a city, purpose-built to coordinate the military might of the world's most populous nation. To put it in perspective, imagine if every major US military command center, NORAD, STRATCOM, CENTCOM, and more, were combined into one fortified district. That's the level of centralization and security we're seeing here. The infrastructure is staggering. The complex boasts its own internal transportation networks, dedicated power grids, and likely entire residential zones capable of housing thousands of military personnel and their families. It's a self-sustaining ecosystem designed to keep running even if cut off from the outside world. This isn't just a construction project, it's a national-level investment, a clear signal that China's leadership considers this facility a top strategic priority. Billions of dollars and years of planning have gone into making this vision a reality. Unlike the Pentagon, which is a single unified structure, Beijing Military City is a distributed network. Administrative buildings, high-security data centers, and advanced communication hubs are all spread out over a vast area, interconnected yet physically separated for added security. The design is no accident. It's deliberate, focused on survivability and resilience. By dispersing critical functions across multiple hardened buildings, the complex is engineered to withstand attacks that would cripple a conventional headquarters. In the event of war, this facility is built to function as a hardened command post. Reinforced bunkers, blast barriers, and redundant systems ensure that even under direct assault, the command structure remains intact and operational. Think of it like a video game command center. If the Pentagon is one massive desk where all the action happens, Beijing Military City is 10 separate desks, each one fully equipped, spread out, and interconnected, making it far more difficult to take down with a single blow. If one building is hit, the others keep running. The system is designed for redundancy, ensuring that no single point of failure can bring down the entire operation. This is strategic thinking for a new era of global competition, an era where resilience, scale, and survivability are just as important as firepower. The Beijing Military City isn't just a fortress, it's a statement about the future of military command and control. The military city sits in Fangshan District, a mountainous area southwest of Beijing, chosen for natural defense and secrecy. The mountains shield sensitive components, while high-security roads and rail lines connect it to the capital. Its main purpose: centralize China's military command. For decades, the PLA was fragmented. This complex brings all branches under one fortified campus. The Central Military Commission, chaired by Xi Jinping, will operate here. The goal: seamless joint operations, air, sea, land, space, and cyber, coordinated in real time. Imagine a general seeing satellite, submarine, and cyber data on one screen, issuing instant commands. This is the nerve center for China's military modernization, where new doctrines and technologies will be born. It's a symbol of China's ambition to surpass Western military capabilities. The timing is no accident. China's military modernization has reached a critical phase. New hardware, carriers, stealth fighters, missiles, needs a modern command system. The old Soviet-style structures are obsolete. This is the software upgrade. China's evolving nuclear posture is key. Hundreds of new missile silos and a larger arsenal require a hardened, centralized command. The complex ensures leadership can survive a first strike and command a retaliatory response. Rising Taiwan tensions demand perfect coordination. This is the command center for such high-stakes operations. The project is also Xi Jinping's legacy, embodying his vision of a world-class military. It's a concrete symbol of China's rise as a global superpower. The military city is both a tool and a message. China is ready to compete at the highest level. At the heart of this project is Xi Jinping's vision. He's restructured the military, breaking down old silos and forcing all branches to operate together. The new headquarters centralizes power, streamlines command, and ensures direct control. It's not just about fighting wars. China's military now protects global interests, from shipping lanes to overseas investments. This command hub manages global operations, from anti-piracy patrols to crisis evacuations. The fortress signals China's intent to compete with the US as a true global power. It's a declaration. China is no longer content with regional status. The Beijing military city is a down payment on a new world order. Hidden beneath the rugged peaks of the Fangshan Mountains, just outside Beijing, lies one of the world's most closely guarded secrets, a sprawling network of underground bunkers. These mountains, often shrouded in mist and mystery, conceal a labyrinth of tunnels and fortified chambers that have been constructed over decades, away from prying eyes and satellites. These are far more than simple bomb shelters. They are deeply buried, heavily reinforced facilities, designed specifically to ensure the survival of China's senior leadership and military command in the event of a catastrophic nuclear attack. The walls are thick, the doors blast-proof, and the entire complex is engineered to withstand even the most powerful modern weapons. The massive entrances, large enough to accommodate convoys of heavy vehicles and military equipment, hint at the vastness of the subterranean world below. Security is tight, with multiple checkpoints and layers of protection, making unauthorized access nearly impossible. The primary objective is clear: to guarantee the continuity of government and military command, even in the face of nuclear war or other existential threats. Regular drills and emergency preparedness exercises ensure that every protocol is ready to be activated at a moment's notice. Inside these bunkers, you'll find self-contained ecosystems, independent power generators, advanced water purification systems, state-of-the-art air filtration, and vast stockpiles of food, medical supplies, and communications equipment. Every detail is meticulously planned to support life for extended periods, cut off from the outside world. Constructing such an immense underground complex is a monumental engineering achievement. It requires years of planning, cutting-edge technology, and a relentless focus on survivability. Beijing's commitment to these bunkers underscores just how seriously it takes the threat of modern warfare. This network of bunkers significantly enhances China's nuclear deterrent. Adversaries know that a decapitation strike, an attempt to eliminate leadership in one blow, would almost certainly fail, as the command structure could survive and retaliate from deep underground. The sheer scale of these facilities suggests that China is preparing for the possibility of a major power conflict, one that could threaten the very existence of the state. The construction activity continues, expanding and modernizing the underground city beneath the mountains. While the United States and Russia have their own networks of bunkers, nothing in the world matches the size, depth, and complexity of Beijing's subterranean stronghold. It is, quite literally, a city beneath a city. In an era defined by precision-guided weapons and advanced surveillance, the ultimate fortress is not above ground but deep inside a mountain, hidden, hardened, and ready for whatever may come. The Beijing military city is shrouded in secrecy. No official announcements, no details. What we know comes from satellite analysts and intelligence experts. The site is a fortress within a fortress, with multiple security layers and advanced surveillance. This reflects a fortress mentality, born from historical vulnerability and modern fears of encirclement. The complex is a black hole for electronic signals, with encrypted buried communications. Personnel face intense scrutiny. The goal is a sealed environment immune to espionage. But this secrecy fuels suspicion, prompting rivals to prepare for the worst and making the world less secure. The Beijing military city reshapes global stability. It's a direct challenge to the Pentagon, signaling China's intent to rival or surpass US military power. This will accelerate the arms race, especially in AI, space, and cyber warfare. The complex's hardened nature and nuclear ties raise concerns about crisis stability. China may feel emboldened, lowering the threshold for risk. US allies in the Indo-Pacific are anxious, likely to boost their own defenses and alliances. The fortress casts a long shadow over Asia. Critics warn that centralizing command creates a single point of failure, vulnerable to cyber attack or sabotage. The concentration of power also brings political risks within China. Despite these weaknesses, the world's reaction is clear concern and a new era of military competition. A superpower's command center on this scale changes everything. As construction nears completion, the world watches and wonders. Is this fortress a shield for defense or a command post for expansion? Will the US and its allies respond with an arms race or seek new diplomacy to avoid conflict? The choices made now will shape the future. The Beijing military city is more than buildings. It's a symbol of shifting power and enduring competition. The next move belongs to the world.